Suicide impacts Americans at an incredible rate. It's one of the leading causes of death among all Americans each year. And all first responders are struggling with the stigma of asking for help, and they're struggling with the resources to be able to confront mental health issues. Suicide and the stigma attached to it is crippling the first responder profession in ways that we can't even begin to measure.
We've been collecting data for going on 6 years now. We have tracked many families, many lost first responders. We want to be able to track that information and say, hey, look, this is a problem that we need to address.
So we started this organization in 2016 because we wanted to raise awareness about law enforcement suicide, because we didn't feel like enough was being done for first responders or to understand the scope of the problem. So over the past 6 years, we've been the only organization in the country to collect law enforcement suicide data year over year.
First Help's mission is in our name: honor, educate, lead, and prevent. We honor those lost to suicide and the families they've left behind and the agencies that they've left behind, continuing to care for them and to not let their memories die and not let their death be in vain.
So we've got corrections and law enforcement, red help, we've got fire, white help, EMS, gold help, we've got the dispatchers. There's not a lot of organizations out there that even look at the dispatchers.
I'm a survivor of suicide, 43 years, never had anything like this.
We also educate the public, elected officials and others, on the statistics, the numbers, the challenges that first responders are facing.
Is expanding the reach, getting the word out there and into departments and agencies that we exist and that we have something to offer that you don't.
In the leadership space, we're directly involved in so many conversations at the national level to get policies changed, to influence public opinion.
Organization has grown tremendously over the past few years because of the love and support of the people that have lost first responders to suicide and the first responders themselves.
We want the expansion, we want the numbers to drop, we want our reach to increase.
Prevention. At the end of the day, everyone who's lost someone to suicide knows they can't go back and undo that. And without fail, they continue to ask us to prevent the next. And we'll continue to work very hard to do that.
So we have responder readiness training, we have retreats for responders. So everything that we do now is geared toward prevention so that we don't have to increase the number of families we support.
There's really no other organization that I've come across that really brings together the families that have experienced something so specific. And when we get together, it's like an immediate connection.
First Help is love. It's the only organization that accepts us, and they understand the troubles, they understand the trials, they understand the tribulations. A group of people with this loss, we have a tendency to not feel loved.
And when we see these families come together and we put faces to the impact of the mental health problem in the first responder professions, it changes things.
In addition to that, we started supporting the families, providing college scholarships, providing training and things like that for first responders that hasn't been provided to them before.
The mission of First Help is to help the families and survivors of first responder suicide.
I
I
Will
Listen.
I will listen.